Welcome to day 268 of the 300 movie challenge. Today, we watched the highest grossing film of September 2016, which was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
Okay, so the one thing me and Mai knew going into this was that this used to be a book.
Yeah.
And that was basically about it.
I don't know where to begin. This was an event in my life.
Yeah, that happened.
I was debating whether to think of this. Is this like Time Cop or like Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters? Or is this like City of Angels? Or Indiana Jones? They're different levels of entertainingly bad. I ultimately decided on the lesser of those. Mostly because the first half of this movie is really fucking boring.
Is.
It's really awkward, which can be funny, but besides that, it's just boring, and there's a bunch of, like, lore that, like, they just kind of dump in your face that you're just like, okay, stuff. Whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
There's also a lot of weird oddities just scattered throughout.
Yeah.
The effects, because this film should be something where, like, especially with its, like, fantasy elements and everything, the effects should be its shining point. But, let's say that in the very beginning of the film, I was already confused, so I read, like, the first little bit of the Wikipedia summary, and I saw that the grandfather's eyes were gone, and I was like, oh god, that's going to be kind of gory and everything. So I was like, guys, there's going to be something kind of gory and everything, but then when we actually get to the scene, you can't even tell that his eyes are gone.
No, I know.
No.
Actually, wait, and then there was a thing later. Well, I don't know if this is really an effects thing, but, like, this, like, guy, like, accuses the main kid. He's like, did you do this? And we're like, do what? There's nothing there. We're, like, literally, like, what's wrong with this scene? And apparently, like, there were dead sheep, but, like, I didn't even see dead sheep. Like,
I thought it was rocks or snow or something, and they never said, "Did you kill the sheep?" They were just like, "Did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this?"
and we're like, do what? What is the thing that he apparently did? So that was the thing, and then the fucking the hollows. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay.
Which are basically like Slendermans with big.
No, they look
teeth.
like, oh shit. There was a Crypt TV thing. I don't remember what it was called. That looked like the same kind of thing, where it was literally just the mouth and like the blank face, and it was but fuck, what was that thing called? I can't remember. But anyway, it was like that, like exactly. So.
And then the fact that they're monsters, like black and white monsters called hollows, I was just like, did you rip off Bleach too? Hello? Okay.
But no, okay, so the effects were not good up until that point. But then when the hollows show up, it's so bad. It's like legitimately kind of like Hollow Man, like, cause the name. And like, I know, right? But no, like, this is a bad, if for like 2000, this was a bad effect.
Yeah.
This is 2016. Like, wow, these look terrible. Oh my god, it's embarrassing. Like, good lord. And then
I will say one thing.
what?
Considering it was directed by Tim Burton, and the last thing that we saw directed by him was Alice in Wonderland, I expected this to be far more edgy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Even though you can see the Tim Burtonisms with the washed out look of all the characters, everything.
Oh my god, like when the dad was like, let's go to the beach, and I was like, what? Why would you go to the beach today? It's an overcast day.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Everything, there's no color, like not even in the peculiar world of like the time loop
No.
or anything. He doesn't even use color to tell you what the time period is. He could have used something where like maybe the present day is a bit more vibrant, or maybe the past is a bit more vibrant.
I mean, I
the present day
think
is
the past is supposed to be a little bit more vibrant, but they really do not show it.
Can you actually tell?
No,
though?
no.
Particularly, I think the hilarious thing is, even though you know the fact that he's back in time and everything, when he first goes to run to like the hotel or whatever, you can't honestly tell like what time period it is, because there's no change in like how they like you can't tell with the colors, you can't tell at all. It like looks like it's exactly the same, and I feel like that's kind of an issue.
It's a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
And then the dialogue is all like really lame and flat and like who cares? Awkward. Yeah, the delivery is awkward, like the acting's all awkward, like everything is awkward. And then Samuel Jackson shows up.
Oh boy.
He hammed it up to 11.
Yes. And that, coupled with the effects of the hollows like actually being like, you know, really present and how bad it is, and just the really awkward shit that makes no sense, and like just all the dumb shit, like how what was it? Like he just gets like that girl can like blow him against a wall and his face is all like, ah! And it's just like, oh my god. Like
I think that part like basically upped it.
Yeah, no, because on it, like, if I just could watch, basically, okay, from when that first hollow shows up to the end, if I just watched that, I think this would be a legitimately, like, I enjoy this movie for how bad it is. But because of that first, like, half or so, that's just really dull and boring and you don't care at all, I have to put it into dislike, which is a shame. In fact, this is the second highest film in the dislike category. So
wow.
That's how close it was to being like legitimately enjoyable for how bad it was, but it's not quite there for me. It's so close. There's so much bad effects and bad stuff, and then and there's the guy what the fuck was his name? The kid who like just looked like pissed off all the time. And made like the Sid toys.
Whatever his name was.
Yeah,
Enoch.
Yeah, and he made like the toys like Sid from Toy Story or whatever, and he was just so like angry and like butt mad about like everything, and I'm like, oh my god, this kid's hilarious. And then there's the invisible kid just like to be like nude like all the time, and it was like they played up the joke like 5 times, and it's like this is getting to a point where it's concerning.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the girl?
Which one?
No,
The girl.
The girl, okay.
I have an issue with.
Okay, so
the plot device.
Apparently, so the Peregrine lore is like the peculiar people. They live in like time loops to escape persecution in the real world, of course. So the grandpa that died in the beginning of the movie used to be one of the kids who lived in this particular time loop, except he left one day to like join the war effort, and then he fell in love, and then he had a child and then a grandchild. And there's this girl, the floaty girl, who fell in love with the grandfather.
The airbender.
Yeah, the airbender, quote unquote. And yeah, so she fell in love with him, and then the main character shows up after his grandfather like gets killed, and she falls in love with him too. And I was just like, well, I guess she couldn't fuck his grandfather, so she's gonna try to fuck him. I don't know. Is that weird?
No, it's it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Because the movie kept like playing it off as like, this is normal, and I'm just like, that's not normal. That is not normal.
Yep. So there's that. There's just Oh my god, just
The
everything.
Medusa kids didn't use their powers before the climax.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that
The
was
Gorge twins.
right. There's that, and then, just oh my god, how did I almost forget this? The fucking skeletons. Oh my god. Literally, they're throwing like snow and paint on the invisible thingies so they can see them, the hollows, and then this out of nowhere. I must like miss something, but like the door to the thing like busts open and like a bunch of skeletons come out.
I think that's what the Enoch Sid kid did.
Oh, okay. I'm just suddenly skeletons.
He was like standing outside with like a proud smirk on his face.
Okay, I'm just like fucking spooky, scary skeletons. Like, and there's like fucking rave music. It's so weird. It's so awkward. Like, honestly, I honestly kind of recommend just like skipping like the first half of this movie and just watching how like nonsensical it is for the rest of it. Because the first half is boring, you won't care. But like, God, that second half is so fucking weird. Oh my god.
Did you do this? Did you do this, Tim Burton?
The rave music. That was essential to that scene. It wouldn't have worked otherwise without the rave music. The spooky, scary skeletons fighting the hollows wouldn't have worked without the rave music. God damn it. Oh, Jesus, this fucking movie. Man. So, that's our recommendation, I guess.
What are we watching next?
Something else I'd never heard of before. It has
the movie with the really boring name?
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Oh god.
I don't know anything about it at all.
I mean, how appropriate Tax Day is coming up.
Oh yeah, in like a month, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the thing that we're gonna see that we don't know anything about.
It's like this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't imagine it would be this weird.
I feel like I would accept anything.
I mean, if it is this weird, I kind of think I'll like it more. This is the robots of like not animated movies, basically.
Yeah.
But I think robots I think was more like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Where this is just ridiculous. So, but whatever. So that's that. Tomorrow is the thing that we don't know anything about.
No.
I have a suspicion it's probably just going to be boring and forgettable, but maybe it won't be. I don't know. Whatever. So, bye?
Bye.
God, this movie is just... It's made us awkward. Oh no, we're doomed. As if we haven't been awkward this whole time. Okay, whatever, bye.